In the last 3 years, I've generated over $5 million in email marketing sales for e-commerce brands that are doing anywhere between $10,000 to over $1 million per month. And I compiled 7 quick tips that you can implement into your email marketing strategy today. And I can guarantee that if you implement at least one of these tips, you'll immediately start seeing a boost in your email marketing results. Let's dive right into the video. All right, now just before we get into the actual video, I wanted to go over here to some of the brands that we work with. You could just take a look. You can maybe check out their websites as well. Here are also some of our results. So as you can see, in the last 30 days, we've generated this brand $50,000. In the last 30 days, one more time, we've done $35,000 in Canadian. And once again, here's another brand that we've done $27,000 in the last 30 days alone. So this is not our first rodeo. I've done this for dozens of e-commerce brands, and these 7 tips will for sure increase and improve your email marketing results. So let's just dive right into it. Now, the first tip I wanted to go over is having buttons above the fold. So what do I actually mean by this? If we take a look at some of these top e-commerce brands like Neurogum, Varsity Coolers, and AG1, what is something that they all have in common? And it's because they all have a button right above the fold. So as you can see, for Neurogum, we have a button right here, very easy to click on. For this Varsity Coolers, we've seen a button right here. And for AG1, they probably have some of the best email marketing as of right now. We could see that they have a button all above the fold. So what does this actually do? This will improve and increase your click rates and conversion rates tremendously, because what we have to realize is that consumers aren't reading, but they are skimming your emails. And we want to give them a clear button above the fold to give your list something to click on. So as you can see, if I were just to skim this email right here, I'd just be like, okay, there's a duffel bag, here's a button, let me just click on it. Or caffeine free and focus is here, let me just click on the button and just go really quick. Like, people aren't necessarily reading all of your emails, but they are skimming, getting a good understanding about what your entire email is about, and then clicking on it, going to your website, and then from there, they are making that purchase. So a simple above the fold structure that you should follow is having a headline, a subheadline, and a call to action plus a button all above that fold. And then the rest of the email is basically you supporting whatever claim or whatever topics that you're basically talking about inside of the rest of the email. Now, the second tip is going to be turn smart sending off. And what this basically is that inside of your email flows, there is this setting called smart sending. And as you can see, it's right here. It's basically skip recent email profiles. And what Klaviyo will do is it will actually skip emails that have been messaged in the last 16 hours. And the reason why we want to turn this off is because what I've seen is that majority of the people that are going through your flows are actually going to be skipped if you have this on. So I'm not sure why Klaviyo even has this in the first place, but as soon as you turn this off, you're going to start sending to a lot more people, which will result in a lot more clicks and a lot more conversions. So how to actually turn this off is go inside of your email flows, click on one of the emails that has this on, scroll all the way down on the right side, and you're going to see this little checkbox. Turn it off, and then there's going to be a little save button at the very bottom, which you can then save it and save the settings there. So from there, once again, you're just going to be sending to a lot more people, which will result in a lot more conversion. Now, the third tip is going to be sending plain text emails to your list. So these are kind of like pattern interrupts. I'm not sure if you've ever scrolled through Instagram or Facebook and you just see an ad that just pops out to you. You're not sure why, but you sit there and you watch the entire 1-minute ad and you click on it and you possibly purchase, or you just want to see how good the ad is. But essentially, that's what plain text emails are, because your customers are so used to getting design-based emails with heavy headlines, heavy buttons from these companies, but they're not used to getting plain text emails at all. So it makes it pop out to them once they open it up. Sending a few plain text emails to your list that are helping them solve a specific problem, going over a key ingredient or unique benefit about your product, updates about your brand, or just some quick tips, kind of like how this video is, where I'm just giving you some quick tips about your email marketing. You could do the same thing for your target market. So here are just a few examples. So as you can see, this is one for Michelle Hair Care. There's a very simple plain text email right here. And as you can see, we generated around $3,000 coming in from this email alone. Here's another one for Shields of Strength. We generated around $2,700 for this email. And then here's from this SaaS company called Zayerman Trading. We generated around $1,300 coming in from these plain text emails alone. So this is something that we incorporate in our flows, in our campaigns, and specifically for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which I have another video going over that. But plain text emails are a super great way to getting more conversions and boosting your click rates. Now, the fourth tip is going to be stalking other brands. So this is great if you are building out a strategy. So I'm not sure if you ever had writer's block and you just sit down on your computer and you just don't know what to talk about or write about. That happens to me quite often. So what I like to do is I like to go to this website called mill.com. And from here, what you're able to do is you're able to search up any brand and see what their email marketing is and what they're sending out to their list. So as you can see, these are just some of the brands that I follow, but we could even go to like AG1, for example. It'll just verify you for 1 second. You just have to verify that you're a human. And then from there, You can see everything that AG1 has sent in the last 30 days, and you can even see everything that they've sent in all of 2024. So this is great if you are building out a strategy for your company and you're just not sure what to really send about. You can go and see what your competitors are doing, what other brands are sending out to their list, and it can give you a great roadmap to how you want to build out your strategy. And it's also great for storing email designs if you want to have like a swipe file, as well as for like subject lines, headlines, call to actions, all that sort of stuff. So once again, all you have to do is go to mild.com and you can just search up any sort of brand right here, and you can just take a look at what they're sending to their email marketing list. Now, the fifth tip is going to be stop using generic headlines. So essentially, your list gets hundreds of emails per day, all with the same subject lines and the same headlines. And our goal with each email that we send out to our list is to stand out from the rest of the emails that they're getting. So essentially, it kind of goes back to the previous example of when you see an ad that just really just pops out to you, you just sit there and watch the rest of the ad. That's exactly what we want with our email marketing, and it all starts with the headline. Do not send any emails that say something like, "We saw you looking at this, come back and check these items out. Did you find what you're looking for?" You want to have a good headline that will capture their attention, be benefit focused, and sort of value driven. And what you can do is you can compile a list of 10 to 15 good headlines, chuck them into ChatGPT, and then from there it'll give you even more good headlines based off of what you actually give that as well. So this is just a great way to get more people to click on your emails as well as convert them and just really stand out inside of your email list, because that is what we're trying to do at the end of the day. Now, tip number 6 is going to be constantly testing your pop-up. So pop-ups are the very top of your entire email marketing funnel. The more people that you could bring into your email marketing means the more people you could retarget, which leads to more sales. So here are the typical steps that we take for our pop-ups. So first things first is that we like to test the offers. This is to get to at least 6 to 10% submit rate. Testing the design of the actual pop-up, which will get you around 10 to 12%. And then all the technical stuff, so like the open times, the pages that you're putting this on, etc. And you could get to around a 12% submit rate right here. Now, here's a brand that we actually did this for. This is for Silly Dog. They're a dog tag company that we are working with currently. And all we really did was change the button structure. As you can see, this one's more curved. It has a lot more curved edges. Same as with the email field. And on top of that, we just made the headline a lot more bolder, as well as the sub headline right here. And instead of us having a little X in the very corner, we added just a little no thanks right under the button. So if we take a look at the results here, this went from having a 9% submit rate, which is already really good, to having a 12% submit rate the next 30 days after that. And we generated an extra $5,000. As you can see, this was 6.4K and this was 11K, all coming in from this pop-up alone. So your pop-ups are super crucial to your entire email marketing strategy, because this is how we'll start retargeting people through your flows, through your campaigns, and you won't have to spend as much money retargeting them through paid ads and other forms of paid media. Now, just a little bonus tip right here is collecting some data on your pop-up. So what I actually mean by this is after they submit this, which is them giving us their email, they're on the next page after that, what we're going to be doing is collecting this data, which is going to help us tailor these emails for what they're actually looking for on your site. So it'll also give us a better understanding of what collections and products you could even focus on in your paid ads. So this is an example for Prezza cards. As you can see, we're asking them what types of cards are in your collection the most, and they have 3 different options. So it's regular cards, graded cards, and a good mix of both. If we scroll down here to the actual emails that we made for them, here's for the regular cards. We're just promoting the binder, which is only for people who have regular cards inside of their collection. And it can only hold regular cards, honestly. So we're not going to be promoting them this box, which is only for graded cards. And that's exactly what they're going to be getting here. And then if they choose both, what they're going to be getting is a good promotion of both of these products right here, which are their top best-selling SKUs at the end of the day. So a good method is figure out what your customers are looking for the most, whether that's a benefit or a product, and then from there, add 3 different options on your pop-up for them to choose. And then from there, what you'll be able to do is just tailor these emails inside of the welcome flow and just make it a lot more personalized for what they are actually looking for. So the last and final tip here is going to be cleaning out your list. So every quarter, you should remove your inactive profiles from your list, and this will do 2 things. One is going to improve your deliverability, your open rates, click rates, and even conversion rates, because you're going to be removing all the people who aren't engaging with your emails. And then it'll also lower your Klaviyo bill, because on Klaviyo and on other email marketing softwares, you are paying per active profile. And if you have, let's say, 10,000 people who are inactive and you're just paying for them for no reason, that's losing you money at the end of the day, and we don't want that. So here's exactly how to clean your list. So you want to go to List and Segments, Create Segment, and what you want to set up for the definition is what someone has done, and this person has received email at least 5 times over all time, and this person has opened email 0 times over all time, and clicked email 0 times over all time. So what this is basically saying is that this person has received an email 5 times over the entire lifespan of them being on our list, but they haven't opened or even clicked on these emails once. So we just want to remove these people entirely. All you have to do after that is once you create that segment, you'll go back to listen segments. There's 3 dots on the right hand side and you'll just press suppress current members. And then from there, it'll just remove them. Your Klaviyo bill will also lower and you should see a huge improvement in your metrics overall. So these were 7 quick email marketing tips that you can implement inside of your email marketing strategy today. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you want to book a call directly with me for your email marketing, if you need any help, all you have to do is book a free call right below this video. It'll be the first link inside of the description. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.